On her wedding day, the woman suddenly found she could hear the groom's inner thoughts. At this moment, the groom thought to himself that he did not love her at all, and he married her only for the shares in her family's company. Just as she felt shocked, she heard his inner thoughts again saying his girlfriend was waiting for him in the lounge, and he wanted to end the wedding quickly. The woman never imagined the man she loved had been lying to her this whole time. So when the host asked her to recite her wedding vows to the groom, she swore out loud in front of everyone. Thinking she had misspoken, the host quickly tried to smooth things over and said this must be some little joke between them. But the next moment, the woman picked up the large cake beside her and smashed it hard right into the groom's face. Then she took off her crown and said she was calling off the wedding. All the guests were shocked, confused about why the woman had suddenly backed out of the marriage. The groom tried to hold her back, but she pushed him away and turned toward the lounge. As the woman drew closer to the lounge, the groom sensed that something terrible was about to happen. He tried to step forward to stop her, yet the woman had already kicked the lounge door open. When she saw her best friend inside the room, she flew into a rage. She demanded to know if her best friend had been secretly betraying her with the groom all along. Her best friend tried to make excuses, but the woman would not listen to any more of their lies. She splashed a cup of water straight onto her face and then walked away. That night, the woman sat drinking on the side of the road, unable to understand why they had betrayed her. Just then, a man walked past and thought that she must have just been dumped. The woman immediately cursed at him. The man was utterly stunned, unable to figure out how she had heard what he was thinking. Scared, he hurried off. Only then did the woman realize that she could hear the thoughts of every man around her. She decided to pull herself together and make good use of this ability. The next day, she drove her luxury car to work, but as soon as she stepped into the elevator, she ran into her most hated rival. Her rival brought up her chaotic wedding day on purpose. The woman felt exasperated and told him he must have been absolutely delighted deep down. He said of course he was happy, but the very next second, the woman heard his inner thoughts saying what made him happiest was that the person he loved had a failed wedding, which meant he still stood a chance to pursue her. The woman was greatly startled. She could not believe her rival was in love with her. She assumed the person he loved had to be her ex-boyfriend. She deliberately asked her rival what he thought of her ex-boyfriend. Used to bickering with her, her rival replied that her ex-boyfriend was a really great guy. This made her even more convinced he had feelings for her ex-boyfriend. Once they walked out of the elevator, the woman warned her rival that if he bothered her again, she would expose his secret. But just as they were